Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to InfraSpace. The experiment continued. That's right. And in this episode, it's time for the big 20K. You betcha. We're going to bring that last bit of the District 2 neighborhood online. We're going to let it fill up. Now, I actually expect to run short of 20K because that neighborhood isn't going to be big enough for 2,500 people. No problem. We're just going to add some extra houses and some of the extra spacing that we have to easily get us to 20K. No problem. It walk in the park stuff. And well, let's just go with that for now, and then we'll see what happens. Let's get in there and get to it. All right, we're in here for the last part of District 2. And of course, this means it's going to be really close. This holds just over 2,000 some people. We're just filling up the last few buildings over here in this section. It's all gonna be really close. It's gonna be close. But that is not really the experiment of the day. And we'll get to that here in a second. But let's hook this in first. Let's make sure these guys get all hooked in. So we'll do a little bit of pause here because this likes to make a little mess of my roads. And of course, we're gonna plop these in here. And it would be really nice if it didn't make all the mess of the roads because, you know, it's just messy. it just makes a mess. You know, and do I try and do both neighborhoods at once? No, you know what? I've got them separated for a reason. We're going to try and see if we can't just have them mellow out. We'll do this neighborhood first. Let the landing craft get in here, start to do the things with it, and then we'll try to bring it up and, you know, sneak it around or do the things that we're going to do with it afterwards. Oh, come on. You really? Listen. Now, let's not be like that. Let's all be friendly. Yeah, like that. I like friendliness. Friendliness is good. All right. Snap, crackle, pop that sucker. Okay. I don't think that road's gonna... you never know. That could actually help out somehow, right? So... I could probably turn that into a high-speed road. You know, like if I needed to get something back and forth here really fast. Maybe. You know, what would need to come up here really fast? Hard to say. Maybe schooling? You know what? We'll convert it just for the hoots of it. Let's do that. A little bit of this and this and this. And a little bit of this and that. That's good enough. Okay, let's hit the play button. And, of course, that's going to start doing the thing. Now, we could sit here and watch this work out. And, you know, and I probably should. Right? But we have one more experiment. And that is District 3. Now, there isn't a whole lot left of District 3. Of course, when we had to strip mine out a lot of District 3 to get this second set of entire VR education factories in, you know, that didn't leave a whole lot of room left for District 3. So, District 3 is going to be my train experiment. Yeah, that's right. So what we're going to do here is we are actually going to try and do a little bit with trains. I know it's craziness. It's crazy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to bring everything in by train for this city. Well, except for the VR education because it's right next door. But everything else is going to have to, well, not everything. I mean, the schools, you know, the sports and stuff like that, you know, local stuff will be made local. But from the other side of the map, I got to bring over, whoa, we have a power line outage. What's going on over here? Why is there a power line outage? Excuse me. What's your problem? Oh, okay, you're just so far out of range, like you are literally out of range of anything, my friend. Listen, we're going to help you out here. Watch this. that awesome? There we go. Okay, let's look around the map again. Do we see any symbols? Symbols. Oh, we don't like them symbols. Hold up. Let's check the districts first. Okay, districts are good. That means we are actually running short on copper. Where's your copper coming from, big guy? Your copper's coming from over here, isn't it? Yes, sir. I know it is. There's no question about that. I know where your copper's coming from. So let's fix that up. Yep. Do that. Do this. Do that. Yep. Do that. Do that. And can we give him a little bit of copper? There we go. Give him 3 copper there. Can we give him 1 on the end? No, you're going to be a little fussy, are you? Like, really? Like, how fussy? Just fussy enough, I guess. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it this way. Well, okay. No road replacement this time. I want to do just good old-fashioned connect me in this time. There we go. Get rid of that. Do this. Do this. Boom. 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 Yes. Make me the copper of things. And if I'm correct, if we turn this district off for a second, I do have a little bit of extra copper kicking around there. All right. Well, we'll let that go. We'll see if that catches up. That should be enough. I mean, it's not short by that much, but it's short enough. Of course, we always got to keep an eye on these jobs. You know, job city. Okay, train. We're going to try to feed this because this side has 3 things we got to ship over there. We got to ship some home appliances, robots, and computers. And we got to ship those 3 things across this mountain using a train line. And it should be interesting. That's definitely going to be something I call it. So we are going to, and again, this is a small experiment, and I am pushing these factories to the limit now, resource-wise, everything-wise, right? So you'll notice here, if I can get these buildings here to fill in, I will be just super happy. But I don't want to end up killing the city just to try and get this back row in. If the back row has to be left behind, so be it. I am okay with that. So we're going to try and do a little bit of something like that. All right, and yep, that's fine, whatever. And now we're going to go here, we're going to go here. Yep, we're going to go here. Yep, I don't need to do that, though. So I don't actually want it to do anything until I get past this rail yard, and then come back down, and it doesn't have to be that sharp, but I do want it to do that. Okay, so again, we have to borrow the mountain line to kind of get up and over, right? And that did get over that train line, right? This is looking like a pretty shaky. That's a pretty low bridge. I'm just saying. Does it fit? Yeah, like that train barely fits underneath there, but it's fitting, so I'm gonna take it. Okay. And now, of course, coming off of this, we want to take a line off of this somewhere's around here. And somewhere's around this location. Yeah, somewhere's around this location here is going to come in like that. All right. What is your name? You are Gamma. Wow. All right. So basically, that is that station. Of course, we're not hooking these in yet. That's, you know, we're gonna let these neighborhoods over here grow first. We want to make sure we get to the 20,000 first, right? Because, you know, as you can see, there's a lot of traffic going on here at the moment. What is going on here? Delivery truck transporting food to. Holy smokes! I'm transporting it halfway across the city. All right. I'm sure you'll work that out here momentarily. Is there that much traffic on this road? No. Well then, get going. You know, high speed that stuff. I don't know why you got to send all that food down that way. Like, you know, they got food guys down there. They're good. But all right, you send your food wherever it is you're sending it to, dude, because you do that. Oh, and you know what I just realized? Yep, this back road is connected, which that's why all the traffic's on it. All right, well, since I've messed that up, we might as well connect all of it now. So let's do that. Let's get that all connected. Do the things. Do this. Do that. Yeah, I mean, we might as well get this all connected now. I mean, and this is why they're all excited. They're using that one back road to feed all of these other neighborhoods, and that's why it's not going well. So we're going to help them out here a little bit. We're going to give them what they're looking for. There. Now, see, all these pink cars were trying to come around. Everybody's trying to come around. Listen, and now we'll take you and we'll join you to there, you to there, and you can go to there, and this is a little bit crooked, but sure, why not? Okay, so that will join you guys in. You're getting a freebie bonus on that one because you guys weren't supposed to be in yet, but I mean, we can't have this. This is a mess. So hopefully this will now fix the traffic problem that we got on this one road, like Bob's Road, and that will take care of that. Now for the other train station, and this will keep me close by to these guys while I keep an eye out for that. Now, so we can take a line off of this pretty quick. Yeah, we can just go this way, just like that. Why are you? Oh, that's because you're still up on the bridge. That's fine actually. We're gonna need that bridge coming back on you because we're actually gonna have to come over all these tracks to hook in onto this side. Now we actually need a station. Now this station, yes, better. This station's gonna be right about here, and hopefully the power lines don't cause me too many headaches, but they probably will, and we'll deal with that in a second. Yeah, it's gonna be a big enough headache. I guess I should have figured as much, right? I just don't want to blow this train up. I'm not sure how smart their technology is. Yep, we're gonna do that right about here. Okay, and then I want you to okay, no. I don't need you to be fancy. Listen, power pole. Move. Okay, so that's going to get the train in here. And, of course, now we got to get it turned around, right? Because, you know, that is a thing. So, we're going to swing up this way. And then big loop-de-doo. Like so. And then from here, we're going to come up to... start working our way down. Now the reason we come up to, of course, is because I got a highway to join onto this thing yet. So we're gonna come down here, and we're just coming to this side of the highway, right? And now this is where we actually want to join on. Somewhere's around here, like so, and then something like that. Okay. I hope that's how that works. It looks like it's how it works. So now, that way, and this should actually be very interesting. I'd like to really have a look at it. Oh, that's how I do that, right. I do this, and and I do that. Yeah, right? Yeah, it indicates where trains could collide. Well, yeah, that's because it's a switch. That's what switches do. Hopefully you're going to be smart enough to figure out, hey, that's a switch. You know, that's where trains separate and come back together again. It's going to be great. So hopefully you're smart enough for that. Now, what we're going to do on this side. Yep. So, okay. Thanks for the warning. So on this side, of course, we're going to just be dropping off all the things. So we're going to go to this, and we're going to take all the out arrows. The out arrows are going to go to there. Boom, like that. And that's an out arrow. We're not taking anything in here. Everything is just out. Everything is just departing there. And over here, of course, is where everything is going to go in. But not yet. Not yet. We still need this other neighborhood to finish off. And they are upgrading. They are doing a thing. Yes. 2 people live in each building. But they are at least upgrading. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back. We're going to get this neighborhood to upgrade. As soon as we get close to 20,000, I'm sure I'll bring it back for that, because obviously we wouldn't want to miss any of that. I see you're a little short on the old iron there, big guy. I could probably get one more miner in for you, but it's going to be really squeezy. Let me tell you, it's going to be squeezy. I'm telling you, we are pushing the map to the limit now. I mean, there's yes, there's resources around, but not the ones I need, right? You know, like I'm not doing any of that nuclear stuff. So, you know, like we're using most of the patches on most of the things. Yeah, there's probably a little iron over here I could probably borrow if I really need to shove it into here, but it's getting a little squeaky. It's definitely going to get a little squeaky. So with that, bring it back shortly. I'll let this finish up upgrading. We'll see you close to 20K. 19,999 people. That's right. One more person. Just one more person has to move in, and we've got 20,000 people. Boom. There it is. So, with that, of course, that is now basically District 2 is, well, District 2 actually has still more to fill up. Like, a lot of these are only at like 13 out of 18, 15 out of 18, 15 out of 18. Now, that one's full. That one's almost full now. There was an 11 back here somewhere. I was just looking at the 11 thinking, gee whiz, you better fill up here soon. But anyway, these are getting pretty full. So, of course, they will continue to grow a little bit more. But the experiment continues. Can we get the train to make the town all happy? So, I've connected the train line in, okay? And, of course, the only thing we should need now is an actual line with trains. So, we want to make a new train line. Train line 2. We, of course, want this. And we're going to want this. Okay, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 8 trains. I'm gonna go back to train line 2. Yeah, train line 1. I'm gonna actually back that off to like 8 trains as well. And now we'll go to 2. We're gonna make this one red just so it really stands out. So with that, let's see what happens. We will start to need to put stuff and things over here. Actually, let's pause up here for a second because this is going to lose its mind. First things first, I don't even know if this can carry passengers. That would be a question, wouldn't it? But let's give this a little oxygen. little O2, right? Because I mean that's what these people are going to need to survive on. And we're 3,000 jobs to the good, so we should be able to pull this off without too much difficulty. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. And of course we want to give you guys all the foods and the things, because I'm a really nice guy like that. There we go, give you out some food, give you the food, give you the food. Looks like I got an extra food kicking around. And do that, do that, do that. Now, I know I don't have any food over here, but I mean, it really could use its own food. You know, let's be realistic about this, right? Like, it'd be pretty mean of me not to give it food, because I'm pretty sure it can do food. No problem, and it should be able to. I am concerned about a stadium, though. Okay, we got to figure out a stadium location. Are you gonna actually work for me there? Would you actually work a stadium in there for me? Right. Of course, you had to break that line, because you're just not smart enough to put a second line in. Like, you could have just done that instead, but no, that would have been too easy. We do want to put a stadium in. I'm not too worried about hooking it up just yet, only because it's messy no matter what I do. You know what? This is going to be ugly for a minute, but let's just do this. Because I really do want the stadium to be part of this build. So, yeah, we're going to do that. And we're going to do this. Now, for the food part. You know what? We can always put these houses back in if it grows. So we'll just take these out for now. Yep, goodbye. Yep, see you later. Do the things. Okay, yep, you're out. And you're out. We're going to put the food in here. And we need a little bit of roads. Do the road thing. Is that a connection? Is that a valid connection? Okay, that's fine. I am fine with that as long as it's a valid connection. So we're going to do this. And we'll do this one right here, like so. Give me the meats. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, Power Pole, for making a mess of my life. Well, of course, right? That's what power poles do. They just get in your way. That's really all they do. They just get in your way a lot, right? So, yeah, of course you've got to be short. Yeah, so we'll just kind of go around you that way. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm just trying to figure out if I can get another one in here. Can I get a couple more in? This would be overkill. Okay, there we go. Now, yep. There's another one of them power poles. There's always got to be a power pole in the way somewhere, right? Sure. And then okay, well let's get the first part in. Let's get the first part in. You're gonna want that. You're gonna want one of these. You're gonna want one of those. And now we're gonna run this down this way, which means you're gonna want one of these, and one of these, and one of these, And now you're going to need not one, but two of these. And then we're going to tuck you up there like so, because I also need you to have one of these there. And then we'll do at least 2 food processing here. Let's district that all out. So, Mr. Meats, you betcha. And we've got our sulfur right beside us. We're going to turn that on in a second. We've got our veggies right here. And, of course, we've got the food processing right here. And we're going to do the sulfur right here. Yep, we'll just block that in right now before we even get the miners in there. So there's 1, there's 2. Okay, we can turn the districts off for a second because I can't see squat. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. 3 should be enough. Now we can turn the districts back on. We want this to go here. We want veggie to go down here, and we want the meats to go here. All right, so that takes care of meats. We got a couple parks. We got the stadium. Schools. Schools are our thing, which we don't want to have to deal with. So, because dealing with school is no fun. All right, turn off the district thing because you can't do nothing with the district window open. Don't know why. It's the silliest thing I've ever seen, but you can't do anything with the district window open. Don't understand that mechanic at all, but whatevs. So we just take care of that. There's some schools there. And we just do a couple of schools right about here somewhere. And then there's a school, there's a school. Everybody gets a school today. Okay, there we go. So that takes care of those. That takes care of the meats. Everything else is going to come from the outside. VR. VR is going to get this, like, rinky-dink road. It's like, you know, it's like dirt road. Yeah. VR is going to get this dirt road that runs up here into this. All right. That's what VR is going to do. All right, let's play this. This is for the crazy marbles. I don't know where the trains are going to start. That's actually a really good question. Yep. You're going to work on some food anyway, dude. So you're going to do that. I got to find a train somewhere. And I'm hoping. Okay, so we do have some trains starting off here. I'm assuming there's going to be 8 trains. They obviously aren't getting anything at the moment. But now they are. So we got first thing is first. We do have home deliveries happening. So home delivery is happening. That's cool. That's cool. And of course, that's probably going to jam up traffic a little bit. Yep, that's definitely going to jam up traffic. While it tries to sort that out. You know what? I'm not even going to touch that for a minute because home robots and has also got to come down this road. And sooner or later, I expect a bunch of computers come up this road and try to get in here. So we'll wait for their arrival here shortly. Yep. So did all the trains leave? Is that a thing? Okay, so we have trains, I guess. They all just kind of left. It was like, yeah, we're done waiting. We're done waiting. So okay. You know, you could have like give me a heads up on that. Besides, I don't even know what you're carrying, dude. Are you carrying anything? You're not carrying anything. You haven't got nothing. What do you got? Anyway, yep. And you got nothing. So nobody's got nothing here. Okay. And this train's got nothing. Yep. Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we've got these trains on here. And now that is true that you know, the trains all did kind of take off. Now that train wouldn't have anything anyway. It's kind of unfortunate that you don't get to see the spacing of this stuff, because it's like, okay, I would like to have seen some spacing happening before I could make a decision on how many trains to add to each line, right? Because, I mean, we had 16. That seemed to be running really well, but obviously you don't want to put 32 trains on a line, because then that's just going to make a mess of things. Okay, so we have a train, and it is carrying 398 of them wonderful home appliances. And it's going to take that over. Hopefully, when it drops off on the other end, it will start to upgrade the city. This little, my original cut just before this, I had to cut in a little fast. The cat was doing a thing, and I had to rush to him really fast. But luckily, I was able to pause the game, and we did not miss this train. So we got a train coming in here with 398 of all the good things. And so, of course, as soon as it drops off, it should start dropping into the city, right? Because they're all wanting home appliances. Look, he's going to get 8. I mean, it's very exciting. He's going to get 8. You know, if everything goes right, everybody's going to get 8. And there's a lot of 8s here, right? And if everything, you know, this should be good. Everybody should get 8. So, I'm literally just waiting for this train to come over the mountain. Come on, dude. Like, you are like the prize contestant of all trains. Yeah, you're my 398. You're my 398 things. Yeah, look, this is one of the few times I'm willing to use the fast forward button because it scares me so much with this amount of city now. So we're going to get him in here. Come on, dude. Quick, as fast as you can. Yes, do it. Do it very much. There we go. He's coming in pretty good there now. We'll slow down here in a little bit. Boop. Yep, you come in there, and I'm assuming you're going to drop off 400 of them home appliances. There you go. Look at that. Do it. I want to see the cars just oodle out everywhere. Yes. Deliver all the things to be delivered. You betcha. Look at that. That's awesome. So we're gonna let this bed in a little bit. I'm assuming the next thing I would see, of course, is the ability. I'm assuming. Oh well, you got a little bit of home appliances on. Yeah, that's all right. That's fine. So you got. But these. I mean, look at this. This is awesome. We should actually put a landing pad over here. Something tells me these freight trains probably don't do passengers. So we're going to put a landing pad over here. We'll put it over here. Right there's fine. There you go. If you guys be so kind as to just jump right in here and start flying in, that'd be great. You know, because, hey, guess what we have for you? More housing for you to move into. That's right. You should all start coming in with your pink cars. There you go. Look at that. We got Pink Car City coming in. And, of course, that's always a good deal. Look at that. 400 of the things. Now, of course, as soon as that upgrades, that's when it should want computers. And I would think it's going to put an order request in for 400 computers to show up at the train station. So that should be really exciting when that happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the cutaway here for a minute, and hopefully we'll get to see the trains bringing in computers, because that will be really cool. So hold on a sec, and we'll see if we can't catch that computer train going out. Oh yeah, look at them upgrades. Upgrades, people, upgrades. the town that's going to come alive due to trains. You betcha. District 3 is going to survive. It may not be as big as the other 2 districts, but it's going to show its power here as we're over 20K. And looks like, looks like we got some food now being delivered as the 3rd upgrade is now taking place. Computers and parks are now obviously going to be delivered. So, of course, I'm assuming that's what's going on there. Look at the upgrades. Upgrades. All the upgrades are happening. So, next upgrades, of course, are going to require us to get computers over here. And I am hoping that, we got computer trucks being delivered as we speak. Do you have computers? You have 2 home appliances. Well, that's great, but I'm pretty sure we need computers. Computers, people. We need computers. We have computer traffic arriving. Maybe I should have made them a little bridge to get across this road. This crazy road. Yeah, because there's only going to be 2 cars per time, to get across this road. Yeah, look at all the cars coming in here. You know what? We can fix this. We can easily fix this. Let's make that happen. All right. Let's do this. Do this. Do this. Come up and over this. Yep. We can make this happen. We can still make this happen. Come this. Come back down for this. There you go. Now they can get in here, no problem. It'll take a few seconds, of course, for the computer to figure that out. But once it does, hey, yeah, there we go. That's right. Deliver them computers. Deliver all the computers into things. That's right. Yeah, that's right. You should all turn around, do things. Deliver the computers. We need computer delivery happening. Did that train leave? Has it got computers? It does have 12 computers on it. There we go. So we have computers now being delivered. In fact, this next train, what's this next train got? Yeah, he's got 34 computers and 4 more home appliances. You betcha we've got computer deliveries happening over here and going into District 3. We're going to get even more. We may get, I don't know if we'll get 21K or not, but we're definitely going to be at 20K plus. Oh yeah, you know it. Our first home robots are being delivered. Yes, we have home robots going on over. Gonna get into some buildings as the buildings continue to work their way into upgrades. Upgrades, people, upgrades. You bet. They need them home robots. The computers are coming in nicely and the home robots are being requested. We expect to see much more of them home robots being requested here shortly as these all get ready to upgrade here momentarily. We're still waiting on some computers as these are now beginning to request the home robots. But that's no surprise, obviously, as we have lots of, look at this, look at all the computers coming in here now. Look at the traffic. You know what, I gotta fix some of this. Listen, you can all make right-hand turns here, right? And you guys can make all left-hand turns. I know. It's the way of the world now. We're going to allow all the turning of all the things if you want. You can make all the turns. Yes, empty out all your computers. Empty out all them computers. Yes, you betcha. Everybody's getting computers and home appliances and now home robots. You bet. Of course, we're going to bring you back again once, of course, we get a little bit more of these guys upgraded, getting closer to the end of the upgrades, and we'll get to see how they look. See you in a sec. Oh yeah, habitat upgrades, people. Habitat upgrades. People are moving in. You bet. District 3 is alive and kicking, and is doing quite well with the trains. We're going to have a quick look at the traffic scenario at all our locations here that are trying to provide District 3 with some stuff. We do still have some upgrading going on. Of course, we've got these good meals being delivered, so we want to make sure that, all the things, I'm assuming you're all being, so delivery is being 2. We do have a few upgrades on the either side still taking place, but let's go check out the traffic one last time, of course. So I did add a dedicated train lane for home appliances That way, basically removed the red traffic trying to make the left-hand turn into the train station, cutting off traffic, because now all that traffic just drives over the bridge along with the computers that are coming up on the other side. Robots, of course, are always in the right-hand lane, so they always have the option to just turn in. And of course, as you can see by our trains pulling in and out all the time, they are carrying the home appliances, the computers, and the home robots that are needed for the next round of people over there who are getting their stuff by train, and it's actually pretty cool. Of course, we want to get rid of that silly box, because I don't know why it keeps coming back, but it's gonna try and keep coming back, I guess. But we have our trains on the move. It actually is really cool to see it all coming together. Traffic still hasn't been a major problem. Didn't expect it to be. The design overall has worked really well up to this point. And of course, this train here is our inbound VR education train for delivering VR education over here to District 2, which of course is flowing quite well. Of course, they are having to do a lane merge here. So of course, they are fighting a little bit with home robotics, but the fight doesn't last very long, and it tends to work out well. Of course, all the factories that were required to make District 2, just like in District 1, have worked out really well. And yeah, overall, we're doing really good as we approach 21,000 people in the city. And of course, now I probably have about 3,000, just about 3,000 jobs that I could make even more city. The problem is more resources. We're basically out, except for a few pockets. The only real resources that I haven't tapped into yet is over here. There's a little bit of an iron resource, and then there's more aluminum up here. I already had to tap one of them and then build this crazy funky bridge over here to provide that. There's an aluminum resource here. There is a couple of copper resources here that I haven't touched though, and another iron resource over here. But that's it. I mean, I'm touching everything else. Right? Well, I guess there is this iron and copper hiding in back here, but you know, like it's getting to the point where you know, it'd be pretty hard to start filling out another. I don't think I could squeeze another 10,000 in. I'm surprised to get this 1,000 in here without really ruining the systems that we have. But I'm glad I have been able to. And I'm not going to worry about hooking in that back section there. I'm just glad that this experiment has worked out well enough that it did not blow up, as we've now crossed 21K. But overall, let's do a see, and look, now we see how we're starting to run a circuit shortage. And this is stuff you got to keep an eye on all the time, right? Why are we running short? I don't know. That's bad. That's bad. Whoa. See, there's going to be one more dilemma before we get through this. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Why are you in trouble? Why are you guys jammed up? You guys shouldn't be jammed up. There should be no problem here. Let's get a move on, people. Right? Like, you know what? Let's do this a little bit. I realize that some home robotics people may be having a little bit of a hard time. Let's do a little bit of street upgrading here. We're going to do this. We're going to do that too. I probably shouldn't. But we're going to. We're going to do this. We're going to do this maneuver. And then down here, you can both share that lane. I don't want you guys, pulling in any kind of stunt like that. So we'll do that and see how it goes. See if these guys can move a little bit faster. I'm a little worried about these greens coming in here all of a sudden. There shouldn't be any real traffic jam-ups like this, right? Oh, I see what the other problem is now. Yeah, look at this. And again, I love the in-game road node control. What I don't like is that it's really bad at guessing what it is you should get for road control. It really is. It's not very good. It's not good at that. Look, if I fix all these intersections up, it will figure this out much better. And again, it's not that I can't understand what it's trying to do. You know, I understand what it's trying to do. It's trying to be the most efficient possible at trying to get traffic to flow, but which works great if you had like 2 intersections, but not when you have 22 intersections. It's actually better to let both lanes flow. Let both lanes flow so you can clean them out, and then do that. One thing I had to do with this series is I had to do a lot of lane node control. It really is that important. The amount of node control you have to do all the time to make sure that all this traffic keeps moving. By default, the nodes just aren't good enough. You have to put in some serious effort to make it happen. Let's hope that we can get these. Let's hope we can get more of these guys in here. You know, come on. Are you all hung up on this one road? You know what? I will fix this temporarily. I don't like this idea, but I'm going to do it. Guess what? Congratulations. You get your own dedicated turning lane. Yeah, I know. All these guys behind you are going to have to hold up a minute because we're going to force this lane to empty out so as these circuit board guys can get in here, so as the rest of these circuit board guys can get in here, to stop plugging all this up. Get in here. Yep, that's it. Empty this lane out. Empty it out. Yep, everybody come on in. Be the next contestant. No. This does not mean I'm giving you permission to empty out more stores. I need I need more. Yes, start moving more guys through. Yeah, okay, there we go. See, can we start moving? And again, this again shows that I wish traffic was a little more smarter. Like, you know what? I wish I could do this, right? And say, hey, you know what? If this lane is blocked, why don't you just go to the third lane? Right? I mean, there's an open third lane here, right? That they could go around to then. Why are you doing that? Like, are we not allowing any kind of control in this road? Like, you know, I'm not that mean of a guy. You don't have to circle around on this road to deliver them circuits. That's very weird. Like, you could just change lanes. Like, anyway, it still has some work to do. That's why it's early access, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. And see now what's happening? Now they're trying to use this road. Why are you doing that? Anyway, let's now allow these guys to go back through on this road so we can get them cleaned out. Yep, don't know why they're doing this, but if I click on this car, what's he trying to do? Yeah, he's going to try and deliver to this store. Just come down to this road then and deliver to this store. Like, it's very weird. It's very weird about how it handles two-way traffic. I realize it's trying to do right-hand turn lanes, but it'd be so more efficient just for it to drive down and make a left turn into this door instead of this, whatever this is. But it looks like we're going to get this fixed up here. That's okay. Let's now have a look at the tour here shortly, because I'd like to tour the whole city in its completion now and do a wrap up on this. So I'm going to go around. I'm going to check for a few more symbols and things, make sure that anybody else is misbehaving, you know, and then we're going to do the final city tour and call this one in. And so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, as the final wrap up to the entire series, first, I want to thank everybody for watching the series. You know, this experiment series was about me just trying to push kind of the map to the limit. And I think we've done that. I think we've definitely done that. I mean, it is impressive to look at. It really is. And I'm going to show you a different angle here on it shortly. Right now, though, I'd like to have a look at the districts, the areas that we've got for production. And at the same time, I'm going to show you a couple of extra charts. I know, it's going to be great. So here we are. We're starting District 1. District 1, of course, was our first 10,200 and some people. Of course, it is amazing. You know, we basically the districts are doing, you know, the thing of we have two areas of concern. What do we build in the city and what do we make outside the city? The 4 things made outside the city, of course, are home appliances, computers, home robots, and VR education, as I like to call it, or edutainment, as they like to call it. Of course, those 4 builds are extra complicated. They require a lot of circuitry, they require a lot of nanotubing, and all that other stuff. And because of their big builds, it's better to keep them outside of your city. Now, things such as the stadiums, the parks, the schools, and even the food is better done within the city core itself. Let it handle that kind of part. So, of course, oxygen and survival food is a no-brainer. It should be just done inside your city, okay? If for every 5 buildings, you should have an oxygen output. And, of course, as population grows, that has to be to 1 out of every 4. Of course, same with survival food. It is 1 to 5 at a start, and, of course, drops to 1 to 4 later. Of course, the rest of it is basically needs on demand, and of course we have these all set up. As you can see by the left-hand corner, all my buildings in Districts 1, 2, and 3 have upgraded to level 6, sitting at 21,209. And it is pretty cool. I mean, it is pretty cool. So that is the first thing to note. So here is District 1, and it's 10,000 people. Of course, over here on the left is the computer factory for District 1, and our science is in the far back, though it is kind of hobcobbled. So there's no sense really looking at that because we had tore that apart. Another big hint I could give you is make your concrete and steel production totally separate off of all your grids, and do not join any of it together, right? Keep all this traffic in its own little pocket of destiny. Do not make it as part of your traffic grid at all, and because it doesn't need to. Yes, you do need steel for motors, and we will have a look at that when we get up to the motors part of the build. But steel for just building steel, yeah, you're perfectly fine to have steel production on its own little grid, making steel, shoving it into a box, you're good, right? Same with concrete. Have your concrete made into its own little box, and you're great. You're groovy, okay? And that's just probably the best way to handle that. Keep this traffic off of your grids. Now, District 2, of course, it has turned out to be another great district. Of course, here is the second computer factory running for District 2 and provides only District 2. Of course, District 2, because it is got this mountain, it's a little differently shaped, but obviously did just as well as District 1 with its 10,000 people. And another great success, that's for sure. This is where, of course, we got to finally experiment with trains. So VR, when we get up to the top corner there, VR is being shipped into District 2 via train, and it's working great. It's not having any major slowdowns. We have 8 trains on that line, and it's working well. Now, this home electronics factory, home appliances factory, is servicing District 1, and of course the one that's right behind it is the one servicing District 2, which of course, and this actually turns out this one is also servicing District 3. Okay, so that is what has transpired with this particular one. Much of my power grid is over here behind that, though I mean it kind of runs around the edge of the map, and there's now some electricity now being done on this mountain just because of room requirements. That is what's going on there. In the back right corner of the map, this is robotics, both factory and home, for all the districts. Now, the reason we are able to get away with that is when it comes to the final piece of home robotics, it actually is divided into 2 lanes. So these factories here are handling District 1's needs. These factories here are handling District 2's needs, and they never cross again. They can never touch each other. So The only trick to this combination factory is that if there's a shortage of something, it could affect both districts. But in an emergency, I will cut one of these off and save the other district. Okay, that is how this is designed. If I needed to save District 1, I would cut District 2's home robotics, or I would just change the highway and slam it into District 1's highway and cut District 2 right off and let it degrade. I wouldn't care, right? We would save the population that way. Of course, this required major expansion of all this, and of course, this is the only steel outside of building steel because, of course, it's needed for motors. Though in this particular case, it's worked well, and of course, for them robots, you need all kinds of these crazy neural processors and the massive building that requires all that here in the back. It is pretty crazy back here in this third quadrant. Now, of course, our latest experiment was with that train. There were 2 train stations, as you've seen down there at District 2, and that second train station, of course, is to handle our new District 3. Now, District 3, of course, in the original experiment, I was kind of hoping that we would be able to not have the immigration limitations that these landing pads come with. But when we were not able to get around that, of course, we had to use a lot of this planned District 3 to handle a second VR education factory, which of course once again required large amounts of neural production and of course VR education. But we have built a smaller District 3 to represent, right? Because, you know, D3 representation, woo, yeah, you bet. And of course they have 1,000 people of their own now moved in and being supported totally by train. Except for VR education, they get their own little road. Everything else for this, the home robots, computers, and the home appliances are being shipped in by train. And it is actually really cool to watch the trains come in with the material. I could probably put more trains on here again. Whereas it does all this automatic stuff, it's really kind of tricky to play with. I know there's a train out here that's got more than that on it. I've seen trains on here that have so much stuff coming in here for District 3, but I don't see any of them trains at the moment. I guess they all dropped off and they've already headed back, so I guess that's kind of a good deal. But District 3, of course, it's done all right. And of course, back here in the corner, of course, we have, like I said, the VR education for Districts 2 and 3. Let's have a look now at some of the city statistics. So here's our job statistics overall. Of course, you can turn these on and off as you see fit, right? You know, so here's the concrete we're producing. You know, we got sulfur, right? Sand, power. Power's always gone up, right? It is kind of amazing just to watch some of this up. Computers have gone way up. Of course, this is here when we finished District 1, and now, of course, then we finished District 2s and 3. Of course, we have industrial robots. For the longest time, handled at this level. I did add additional industrial robots to handle that second VR center, just to give them a little bit of a break. And home robots, again, same deal. At one time, they had topped off at District 1, and then of course we had Districts 2 and 3 come along. You can see that I've played for 84 hours and 16 minutes on this particular map setting, and that does not include when I cut off at 65 hours, I think it was, or 56 hours or whatever it was, to go to do the other experiment. And that's not my first series at all. My first series, of course, I have another couple hundred hours on that one. So overall, just it's pretty nifty to see the differences in stuff here. Now, as you can see here, we have a couple of dips here when it comes to neural processing. This is probably where I killed off science. But the other thing is that one of the patches that came out did greatly increase the output production of these. And that was a blessing because, I mean, these things are really a pain. They really are a pain. So I'm glad to see that has done thing. Here, of course, is our population. and it has grown up and up and up and up and up to a little over 20,000. Of course, here is the housing and the numbers that we have for that. So, of course, I don't know what happened here. Still haven't figured that part out. We didn't really lose anybody, but at the same time, I don't question the charts, right? Immigration rates, right? Here, of course, is where we tried part of the experiment, which failed. And, of course, this part here was the first time we tried part of an experiment that failed. And, I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? But in this case, immigration rate is now coming down because the city is basically full. There's nothing left to do. This has been InfraSpace, the experiment, and the experiment continued. And I'm Max, and I want to thank everybody for watching this great series. I mean, you know, it is awesome to have I mean, this is a really great city. You know, I can't wait to post a few pictures of it on Reddit. Of course, I'm going to try to do a highlight reel a little later, just to do take a few highlight shots. I'll call it like a 3-minute highlight reel, put a little music to it, of just some of the traffic going on. I mean, when you see this thing in motion, some of the roads you watch, right? I mean, it is pretty crazy to see just how much traffic there is going on without traffic jams. Because again, I have put so much work into the road nodes, into a lot of these major road nodes to make sure that they are working as efficiently as possible. And all the different road directions, different road changes. I mean, we have roads that do so many great things in this game. And I mean, I kind of, you know, sometimes wonder myself. Some of the repairs I've had to do, you know, like getting circuits to not jam up with, you know, sand, to then provide chips, to then not jam up again, to provide, you know, computers. I mean, all this stuff takes a lot of work to plan out and get working and to make sure that, hey, everybody gets their stuff so as we can keep these upgrades going, right? It's all part of the deal. Once again, thank you very much for watching this series. I hope you stick around for more series. This and other things will come along, of course. I'm Max. This, of course, has been InfraSpace, the experiment continued. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.